there, this is Chelsea from digitalartteacher.com. This is going to be a really short video series. In it, we're going to do a few simple Photoshop techniques and compare and contrast them with how they work in Photopea. I'm just kind of trying this out for art teachers out there who may still be using Photopea, just to see how things work and how they're different. So I'll be doing the Photoshop techniques first, and then I'll go back and do them in Photopea. So let's start with how to brighten images. And again, we're starting out in Photoshop. To brighten images, there are a couple of different ways you could go about it. Actually, there are a lot of different ways. I'm going to show you the simplest way I know how. What you're going to do is pull up the curves. I do this by holding Command or Control+M. And to start, you're going to mess with the triangles at the bottom of the histogram. And you're going to do this one color at a time. If you look at the top, this says RGB. So we're going to start with red, and we're going to move the bottom triangles just to the edges of the histogram. We're going to switch to green, and there are hotkeys for that. You just hold down Option 3 for red, Option 4 for green, and Option 5 for blue. And to get back to the RGB, you hold down Option 2. Before we do that, let's check and see how it looks compared to where it was. And now, to just give it a little bit of contrast, we're going to go back to RGB with Control 2, and we're going to give it a very slight S-curve. And that just brightens it even more and gives it a little bit of contrast. And that's it. That's how you brighten images in Photoshop. Photopea is similar. After you get your image in there, if you go to curves, you don't have all the same options as you do in Photoshop. You don't have those little triangles at the bottom, so you can't pull the edges of the histogram in. So in order to do that, you have to go to Levels. And Levels has the boxes at the bottom. It's basically the same thing. But before you begin, you need to go to each individual color. There are no hotkeys in Photopea, so you just have to click red, and then green, and then blue. And then you have to open up curves. Now the hotkeys for these things are the same as Photoshop. Command L for levels and Command M or Control M for curves. And I'm just going to give it that real slight S curve like I did in Photoshop, and it looks just as good. This is how you brighten images in Photopea. If you'd like the files used in this video, you can just click in the description and find out more. If you're interested, check out the next video where we talk about blending modes. I'll see you there.